Hello YouTube, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to speak about how you modify your terrain, how you make your terrain look good. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off all my layers, so now you can just see the terrain for what it is. This is how my terrain looks with no objects in it. Right, so when I first designed this map, what I didn't place objects on there, just placing objects in different brushes and things like that. I sculpted the terrain, and you can do this by going to the roll up bar, terrain modifier, and you have the brush settings. You have these 4 tools, and these 4 tools allow you to sculpt the terrain. It's not the best, CryENGINE is not the best utility for making terrain. There's other software that is better, and you can export it. But if we're doing CryENGINE, you can still sculpt a pretty good terrain. And so basically, I'm just gonna talk you through these 4 tools. So you've got the flatten tool, which is my mostly used tool. So the flatten tool, basically, it allowed me to make these different, can you see these different levels? These different levels that I have on my terrain. That's I used the flatten tool to get these different levels. What I've done was to get a height, and if you hold Control and click, you can get a height. So now you can see my height is 29, and if you use the flatten tool, so let me just turn up the radius. Wait, sorry, the hardness is not up. Turn up the hardness. Anything I make with the flatten tool will be 29. So if I wanted to, I could drain this. Wait, hold on. The radius is not big enough. So yeah, if I wanted to, I could make more terrain. So can you see I've made more terrain, and it doesn't look very nice on the edges, does it? So this is why we use the smoothing tool. And you don't want to put the hardness too high, because if you do, it will just almost eat away the whole terrain. But just leave, if you want to get a nice smooth surface without making it in, if you want a cliff, not a hill, then I advise you not to put the hardness well up. If you want a cliff with smooth edges, do not put the hardness up. And there you have it. So that's what the smooth tool does. And then you have the rise or lower tool. So like over here, for example, like when I knew I was going to create a waterfall, so can you see I created this mini valley, and I let it lead onto here. So like for the rise and lower tool, like mainly I use it at 1 or -1. I don't really use it from 50 or minus. It's too extreme. So if I wanted to raise the land a little bit, what I'll do, like how I create the state, you'd raise it. Oh, sorry, this is a minus. Let's change that. You'd raise it gradually. That's how I like it, gradual, not too extreme. So, and then that's how you really create slope. So if I wanted to create, like here I've created a slope. If I want to do that here, then I would just do that, keep pressing it, and then once it's starting to look a bit slopey, use the smooth tool, and then put the hardness up, and then keep doing it, and eventually you'll have yourself a slope. So you can see your slopes forming. So that's how you do slopes. For those who don't know, that's how you do slopes pretty much. And also for sculpts in the terrain, what else can I say about that? Can you see how I've done the beach? You can't have it too uniform. You have to have it. Can you see how it goes in? If you're doing a beach or anything here, you can't have the edges straight. You have to make it deviate somehow, and you can do that just by using these tools here. A flatten tool. That's what I've done. And mainly, if for making it deviate like this and that, I use the rise lower tool. So I'll go -1 here, -1 here, -1, and then click it, click, and then eventually you'll see like a pool. Just keep clicking. Or if you want to, you could just go to flatten, hold Control, click, and then you've got the thing, you've got the hat for the pool, and then you could just flatten it away, and that's how you make your beach look a bit more realistic. If you have it too straight, it's just gonna look uniform, just gonna look unrealistic. So yeah, this is, and if you're wondering how I done the this little valley here, that was just the flatten tool. That's you know, the flatten tool basically. Hold Control. Once you've got your hat, once you're happy with your hat, just hold Control, and then you might want, yeah, you can put the hardness up. Just make sure it's like that, and then you can see what my radius is 2 up. It's even eating away the other sides, and that's basically the terrain modifier for CryENGINE. It's not the best way, but it's decent. So yeah, stay tuned for another tutorial. Thanks for watching.